Morning, folks. I'm up here in the shop this morning, and it's been about a week or so, I wanted to, I've had a little time to reflect on this, and I want to tell you the story of how I got away from Asheville after Hurricane Helene, got back home to my family. So Friday morning, when the hurricane hit, I was in an Airbnb. Luckily, my wife Jessie went home the day before to get some stuff ready for her daughter's birthday on Sunday, whom we've nicknamed the Hurricane Kid. But so I'm sitting in this Airbnb, single wide trailer on a hill. Wake up about 4 o'clock in the morning, no power. Forecast was calling for some heavy rain. Well, it heavy rained all day Thursday, and I worked in that. Didn't think anything of it. Woke up to no power Friday morning. Sun starts to come up. I look out the window. Trees are falling everywhere. About an hour later, tree falls on the Airbnb. About 4 trees blocked the driveway. So I waited it out. Storm blew by. I knew it was bad. I didn't know how bad. I get up and start down the road, see if I can get out. Well, you can't. The water is over top of the road, and power lines and trees got the other way blocked. So I come back, cut a little more on some trees in the yard, trying to clean things up for the folks a little bit, and decided there's no way I get to my tools, no way I get to my trailer, my generator. The neighbors come over and told me that the water was going down a little bit, so I made a run for it. I had to get on for that little girl's birthday. Well, get to 26, man, that place was devastated. It was the road I was on the houses were just, it was gone. Looked like a bomb went off. So I get to 26, start up 26. Well, 26 is blowed out because the dam burst, washed out Irwin, North Carolina. So 26 is blocked, 40's blocked, 40's blocked the other way. Well, I talked to my wife on the cell phone, and she says some friends in Johnson City told her that they were running generators at Ingalls to pump gas. By this time, I've drove around for 2 hours, and I'm getting low on gas, no power to pump gas. So I'm down to about 80 miles to empty, and I go to an Ingalls. When I get to that Ingalls, I'm the first one there. Nobody's in line to get gas. I just parked at a pump. I said, eventually they'll bring a generator. I'll get me some gas, and I'll find a way out of here. It didn't happen. 5 hours later, I was still sitting there, that same gas pump. Cell phone towers had been turned off. Couldn't talk to my wife. Couldn't let her know what was going on. I was okay, but I had some food, had some water. Well, then the gas pumps start filling up with people because they see me sitting there. They think there's gas. Well, they get the same idea. They'll just sit and wait till somebody brings something. Well, after 5 hours, like I said, of sitting there, we get to talking to folks and trying to figure out what's going on, how we can get out of there, where we can get some gas. And it seems like we're stuck, that we can't go anywhere. Well, I get to talking to these 2 fellas from Grundy, Virginia, which isn't too far from me, and another young couple from Withville. And through talking to them, somebody said that the Ingalls was giving away 2 gallons of water to anybody needing any, so we decided to walk up there and get some. And I wanted to ask them about the generator. Well, we go up there, and they said, well, we're not doing that right now, but we gave away all we can. And so there's a couple in a minivan sitting there, and they said, well, do y'all need a place to stay tonight? Because I can tell you there'll be no generator coming. The gentleman driving the van was the general manager of the Ingalls in Asheville. So he had the inside scoop. He knew what was up. So I said, yeah, it'd be nice if you know anybody. I said, my Airbnb is, I've done checked out, and there's no going back to it. I thought I was just gonna sleep in the truck all night. They said, well, let me go check and we'll be back because we know a couple who has one. And they were looking for anybody that needed to take shelter in it. So me and the two gentlemen from Grundy were like, you know, this might be okay. I mean, we might have to stay the night, try it again tomorrow when the water goes down. So that's what we did. We went to an Airbnb, had a place to lay my head. Good Lord took care of me. The folks that owned the Airbnb brought us dinner. I mean, just wonderful people and very blessed. So we get up the next morning with the gentleman from Grundy. They've got about 13 miles to empty, and I've got about 67. And if you know anything about that area, we figured if we get to Elizabethton, Tennessee, we could get gas. I don't know any of these back roads. Well, turns out the two guys from Grundy ride motorcycles all over those mountains. Knew every back road there was. They knew how to get out. They just didn't have the gas to do it. So we come up with this plan. We're going to get us a siphon hose for emergencies. I've got a 5-gallon gas jug. And we're going to go up a road. We're just going to take my truck. And they left their vehicle there. At this point, nobody's talked to their wives, kids, in 15, 16 hours. Maybe longer. And we're starting to get worried that they're worried about us. So we get our stuff together, pack up a truck, leave their vehicle with those folks, leave them the keys, and try to find a way out. And I'm worried about my tools, and I'm worried about my trailer, and I'm worried about so many things of mine. And as we start to leave, we get on 19, and we're driving through this just destruction. I mean, just people, there's house foundations are all that's left next to the creeks. People lost everything, and it was very humbling to me, and I started to, you know, really realize how blessed I was, put things in perspective. And all of a sudden, I didn't care nothing about that generator and that trailer and those tools. Yeah, they're my livelihood, but those are nothing. You know, people lost their lives in this. So we start taking all these back roads. We're driving around trees, over power lines, through mud, but we're making it. And I'm watching that gas gauge go down and down and down. Finally, we get to a place where I'm like, fellas, we're not gonna make it. We're gonna have to get, if we can get 2 gallons of gas, we'll be okay. So those, we devised a plan. We wrote on an envelope, hey, we're real sorry. Here's some cash, more than enough to replace the gas, and we're looking for a lawnmower to siphon gas out of. That's where we was at. And so we pull over in this church parking lot, and we're sitting there, we eat us a little lunch, and we're trying to figure out what to do, and we're looking around to see if there's an old lawnmower sitting somewhere we might get us a gallon of gas, or leave them $50 for it, or, you know, just whatever. That's what we've been reduced to. And when I'm standing in the church parking lot, it's funny because me and Jesse always say when I get down on a job or worried about something, she'll always look at me and smile and say, oh, ye of little faith. And it always helps me. And we're standing there, and I'm parked 5 feet from this church sign and hadn't paid a bit of attention to it. And I turn around and look, and right there on that sign, it says, oh, ye of little faith. And all of my worry and seeing all this destruction and all these bad things happening and thinking, you know, what's this for? What's his purpose for this? I start laughing. And I think about my wife, and I think about that little girl's birthday on Sunday. And I started laughing, and one of the guys looks at me and he says, what? And I said, look at the church sign. And he starts laughing. He's a man of faith too. We show the other guy, and he starts laughing. I said, boys, get in the truck. We're going to go till we run out. We're going to see how far we can get. We started down the road, and I don't know the exact miles from Mars Hill, North Carolina to Elizabethton, but I was told by multiple people that 80 miles or more. 80 miles of gas wouldn't get you there. Not on those back roads, not the detours we had to take. Well, I can tell you that I probably drove 85 or 90 miles on 67 miles worth of gas. Because we got to a place called Roan Mountain, Tennessee. They had one gas station that had power, no generator. Nobody could even explain how this one gas station had power. But man, there was a line to get in that place, looked like 2 miles long. One of the fellas with me takes a gas jug, hoofs it up there, gave somebody a $50 bill to fill up his 5-gallon gas jug. Walks it all the way back to the truck. We in business now. I got home for that little girl's birthday. And, you know, through all of this, driving through all of that destruction and all those things tore up and all that loss, you can't help but be a little disheartened. You know, Jesus told us it rains on the just and the unjust, and those people did not deserve to lose what they lost. A lot of them lost everything. But in the aftermath of it, you look back, look at what people are doing. Look who's helping those people. Other people. People from, I have a friend from Pennsylvania who's already took 2 trailer loads. He lives in Pennsylvania. That's a long way. I talked to people down there who have had people show up from as far as Washington State to bring supplies, to help. That's what it's about. It's about helping your neighbor, loving your neighbor, lifting people up when they're down. And it was a very humbling experience for me, because here I go down the road worried about my family, my tools, my things. And I look around and these folks don't have anything. But God was there, and God was working right in the middle of it. And he showed me through a literal church sign. You know, a lot of us ask for a sign. I never thought I would get one lit up in front of a church, an actual sign. So thank y'all for listening to my story, and I ask you continue to pray for the people down there. If you can help them in any way, please do. They need it. But, and our stuff, it was fine. I'm blessed far beyond what I deserve. Thank y'all. Have a good day.